Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We are on our series for new player raid champions. They're going to help you out. They're either going to be very farmable or they're going to be part of the lowest rarity tiers, and they're going to be wonderful for certain game modes on building up your team for progression so you can make some easy access choices and have a rockin' team. I wanted to say a different word, but we got to keep a G here. A rockin' team for raid. All right, this is going to be, I think, like episode 8 or something at this point, and this is going to be our 2026 now starter champ series. So let's get into it. Right now we're covering the Bellower, which is going to be a rare. Unlike like the other 6 characters we've covered, you do have to get him out of void shards, but he is like the lowest tier character you can get. He's just simply a rare here. You can be able to pair him up with a lot of the other guys we talked about. Why would you want the Bellower on your party? I know he's got a broken horn. He looks a little sad, but you can check out the reviews. Everyone loves this guy for most content, and I'm about to tell you why here. The easiest thing for you to do is support the channel by checking out the link in the description below. You're going to get a free legendary champion as well as up to $200 worth of free goodies. And don't forget, up to 3 awesome epics as you level up inside of Raid. And be sure to use the code Desert Queen to get access to your new free legendary champion in the form of Tahana Rock. As always, this helps the channel out so much, guys, so be sure to check that description down in the link below and join me in Raid today. He is a full AoE debuffer, right? It's just going to make some teams unstoppable in a lot of ways. He's going to make you farm quite consistently. You can do him and use him in campaigns and clan bosses as well. He's just an insane guy for those reasons. Now let's check out the A1. The A1 is going to be Frazzle. It's going to attack all enemies, and it has a 20% chance of placing block active skills as a debuff for 1 turn. This hits every enemy, which is why it's such a big deal. I know it's only 20%, but it blocks their active skills, which means they just can't do any of their special stuff. Basically, if you go ahead and look at all the other skills your characters have, if it's not the A1, it's a special skill. If it's got a cooldown, it's a special skill. So the ability for you to just be like, no, you don't get to do that today on your filler skill of your character is so strong. The A2 is a Mighty Bellow, which is going to be a 4-turn cooldown starting off here. It attacks all enemies once again, and it has the ability to put a decreased speed debuff on enemies as well. We've covered a lot of characters that can increase CR for your team, right? Push the enemy back like up to 100% CR as well. But this is an AoE speed down character, and it does do damage based off of the Bellower's attack. So the fact that you have the ability to AoE speed down in conjunction with AoE speed up from some of the other characters we've talked about really sort of puts you in that area you want to be. You're taking multiple turns compared to your opponents, whether it's PvE or PvP. And the Bellower is the person putting the speed down on, and it's an insane thing to have access to. We also have Bowl Over, which is the A3. This attacks all enemies, and it has a 75% chance of putting an attack down debuff, as well as a decreased defense debuff down. So now you see the trifecta. Attack down, defense down, as well as speed down, all at the same time off of one character. This is mighty powerful, whether it's PvE or PvP. If you've played an RPG before, you know that these are probably the most generic buffs and debuffs that you'll have, but also when you combine all of them together, well, basically you're doing more damage, taking less damage, and moving way faster than your opponents does off of the debuffs alone. And the Bellower does all 3 of the trifecta debuffs in an RPG off of these 2 skills. In addition to that, you also, if you are in the faction crypts, you do get a ally speed benefit as well. It's not as strong as a typical aura that just always works all the time, but in some content, it's going to make you even better because not only you speed down in the enemy, but you can get a passive aura that increases all of your allies' speed on top of that. So where can you use the Bellower at? Guess what? He's great in campaign for farming. He's got the defense down. He's got the speed down. You put him up there, you defense break everything, and then your damage dealer does AoE, does damage, you're farming, you love it. Clan bosses, you have the defense down and the attack down and the speed down, we love that there. Dungeons for the same reason, whether you're doing Fire Knight or Dragon or Spider or whatever it is you want to do, Bellower's got the biscuits to bring home. Arena as well, if you want to fit Bellower in your arena team, you know what? You can probably put him there. There's nothing wrong with these 3 debuffs. Do more damage, take less damage, move faster. We love it. We love it all for sure. Like I said, you're going to have to pull the Bellower. There's no farming of this character, but that's fine. It's rare. It's okay. As far as the skill prioritization here, for me in particular, you're going to eventually want to max all of these out, right? You want the cooldown on the A3, you want the cooldown on the A2. If you want to skimp around on the A1 for a while, work on some other characters, do that, but make sure you get the A3 and the A2 as soon as possible for that cooldown reduction. You want to have a 4-turn Bowlover and a 3-turn Mighty Bellow. When you're looking to build this character, hey, we're in that supportive DPS element, we're putting speed set on, right? We're putting speed set perception on. You want to get that bonus speed so you can get your debuffs on the enemies, right? Help your team out before the enemies even get to go. Put that defense down on enemies before your other teammates get to go to do damage as well. You also want that perception bonus so you have the effectiveness to make sure you land those debuffs. Gloves though, hey, you know what? Do a little damage. Put some crit on there as well. All of these skills scale off of attack, so build them for some damage. She's not really there to tank down and absorb damage. She's there to put debuffs on and then do damage afterwards, meaning that the chest is going to be attack percent, the boots will be speed, and for other slots in substats, get some accuracy so you could land these very important debuffs. You'll have a very powerful offensive sub DPS debuffing monster for you, and for substats in total, speed, crit rate, effectiveness up until the point, accuracy up until the point where you're comfortably landing your debuffs, and then get some attack percent and crit damage as well. If you follow that, you can find a room for Bellower anywhere in any team. If you want to do more damage, you want to take less damage, you want to move faster than your opponents, the Bellower is going to be there for you. If you like this video, you want to see more stuff like this, or just want to see other content on the channel, drop that sub, drop a like, check out the stuff down there. And also, speaking of down there, check out the comment section and click that link in the description. It helps me out a ton. I'll catch you guys in the next one.